Hi Gemini, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you a bonus tarot reading. So whenever you find yourself guided or drawn to this reading, most definitely meant for you. And I want to remind you that this is a general bonus reading. So just take what resonates and don't stress over what doesn't, as I struggle for a hot second to even think. Anyways, I did receive an overall message for you for this reading. And that message is this will be the best chapter of your life. This will be the best chapter of your life. So let's aim on down and pull some cards. Alrighty, Gemini, we're going to start by pulling a small timeline card, which is unique to your reading for these bonus reads that I've done in the last couple days. I'm being told this is for a specific achievement for you that'll happen soon enough, or whenever this tells us. So let's see. For Gemini to begin for this bonus read. 8 days. So in 8 days, there's going to be a significant achievement for you from the time that you're watching this reading, and it's going to transform your life or push you in the right direction. For some of you, it's more so to help you upgrade or propel you in one way, shape, or form. I just heard you won't regret it. You won't regret it. Okay? So we're going to continue and just pull some tarot from the Gilded deck. Let's do some shuffling. This might confuse you a little bit at first, but do trust it. Trust your gut feeling, your intuition as well. You know what's best for you. For my lovely Geminis, I just heard this chapter is going to be frickin' amazing. You have no idea. The best time of your life, even if you don't feel like it, throughout the entire chapter or experience. Okay, we're going to begin with these two. Interestingly heavy energies to begin with. We have the Nine of Wands and the Tower. You're going to feel as if you are towards the end of this chapter. For some of you, this new chapter just began very recently. If not, it's right around the corner. It feels as if this might be the beginning of which you find that you're very burnt out, you're very tired, you're very defensive. You feel as if you don't have a lot to give. Some of you feel as if your energy isn't really up to par, isn't what it used to be. At times, looking back and reflecting on the old you, the old chapters, the old times when you had different jobs, you're like, oh, those were the good days. I was more passionate, I was more motivated. I had more in me to go after what I desired, to hang out with people, to do this, to socialize, to experience, to travel. And now I feel sort of, I feel just different, you know? And it's like you wondering if you're growing into a boring individual, if you're growing into somebody who's not who they're meant to. You know, at times wondering if it would be better if you just sort of rewinded back to the fun days, the more enjoyable days, or more fulfilling. There is a lot to look forward to, and that's part of why you were drawn to this reading. It's time to sort of put an end to a karmic cycle or put an end to what once was viewed as fulfilling and enjoyable, and putting an end to, for a lot of you Geminis, a boring chapter in one way, shape, or form, or at least a boring ending to one. Okay, the stagnancy, the blandness is not what you're made of. Excuse me as I struggle. It's not what you're made for. It's not what you're made to experience. You're made to as well utilize the end of this chapter that you're in or just experienced to heal a bit, to prepare for the best chapter of your life. And it's with the Tower that we're speaking upon this chapter being knocked down, a lot of small changes coming with it, a lot of adjustments coming with it. Who and what's coming with you as you make your way to the best chapter of your life? Not a easy decision at times to make, but if you trust your intuition, what you know, along side by side with the guidance and downloads you get from Spirit and Universe, you're golden. You got this. Let that tower fall as you see yourself experience life in a whole new way. It is not to be compared to those times or that chapter, that time that you so often want to rewind to in your mind or compare your current situation to. That wasn't the best chapter of your life. And you'll soon realize that or remember that recognize that in one way, shape, or form. All right. You're going to need to utilize all the knowledge and wisdom you've gained over time in every single chapter up until this point, feeling like, you even understand there's been so many of them, different layers of your life, viewing it almost like as I just said, a non-smelly onion. Interesting enough, but you just are pushed to sit back in your throne and realize you have the knowledge, the wisdom, the intelligence to make the best out of this beautiful chapter that's ahead for you. And it's not going to be the shortest chapter of your life, but it's not going to be the longest. So make the best out of it, It'll allow for you to sort of spark inspiration within your eyes, oddly enough, but it will also allow you to pave the way for yourself to see a lot of color and inspiration and beauty in the following chapters after that. I feel like you're going to touch a lot of lives in very different ways, as you do have the magic touch almost instantaneously as you make your way into this chapter. It'll surprise people. Okay, we're going to take these two in a second, but it just feels like you go from this lack of motivation, this blandness, this burnt out way of being, and you just find yourself feeling more motivated, a little overly serious because you've been through a lot, but reaching for your independence with this Nine of Pentacles, doing what's right for you, feeling like, you know what, I'm now being pushed out of this cage of limitation or limitations. It's no longer going to tie me down or leave me feeling restricted in a lot of ways. It's time to be the best version of me, the best version of Gemini, to reach for what I deserve. And it just feels like you almost are perplexed, a little bit confused. Like, where did this energy come from? Where did this motivation come from? It feels like a whole new day, a whole new world, a whole new chapter once again. And that's exactly what you'll be feeling and experiencing, as I feel like your money will just sort of blossom and improve around you due to this new motivation. And it feels like certain blockages will be removed. And for a lot of you, once again, it's the end of a karmic cycle. We have the Moon and the Two of Wands going together. And it just feels like you're reminded of what you want, what you desire, that you've longed for more success, more different connections, and it reminds you of how much you've changed recently in this previous chapter in comparison to where you once were and who you once associated with in that, again, previous chapter that you felt was your best, or for some of you, it's two of which. But there's a lot that you're keeping to oneself, even as you make your way through this best chapter of your life that you've been through, and I don't feel like you're going to want to share it with people, even those you trust the most moving forward, and that's okay. We're all entitled to our secrecy, but I also feel like you're keeping it to yourself to an extent as to what you truly want. What is that? Or have you been completely honest with yourself? I feel like you have to an extent, but you won't have a choice but to be completely honest with yourself as you move forward. This success, this achievement, this opportunity, wow, it's going to transform your life. I just heard that's what these two are going to be about. Okay, we have the King of Pentacles and the Lovers. For some of you, this is a King of Pentacles coming in, and that individual is happening in 8 days, or you will be informed of that individual around that time, okay? And it's because you were able to put an end to a past situation in one way, shape, or form. If not, this is representing you, even if you're a female, having that strong presence, that masculine side of you that is visible to other people. There are two males now that I'm getting that will very much protect you moving forward. For some of you, you're very spiritually guided and protected, and you know of that if that's the case already. But I feel as if you'll find that you love your life more moving forward. Again, this is a chapter that just feels good to you. It feels enjoyable. It feels fulfilling. It doesn't feel like you have to do something, right? Even if you go to a job that didn't feel fulfilling once upon a time, you're either going to leave that eventually throughout this chapter to move towards more fulfilling experiences or a more fulfilling career choice, or you're just going to find that because of your attitude, your approach, your feeling, your vibe, your energy, you just enjoy it more. And it's like, okay, I can make this work. But it's just like this achievement is just the first of many. It's a reminder that because you're now moving from one chapter to the next and experiencing more and being reminded that this is your best chapter of your life in a lot of ways. You're going to see more opportunities, more people, the right types of energies being attracted to you. It's now going to be up to you that you're attracting all of these options and opportunities and people to decipher who and what's going to be appropriate for you, healthy for you. And that's when you're going to need to, most importantly, utilize the knowledge and wisdom you've gained up until now to decipher based upon the ups and downs, the nasty and the manipulative energies you've dealt with. But also don't forget the positive experiences, okay, and energies. They'll help you remember that there are good people in the world. I just heard keep that hope alive as you become more angelic. That's the overall feeling for the majority of this chapter that you experience. You're going to feel this sort of breath of fresh air come over you. You're going to at times be viewed as an angel, as just a being of light, a ray of light, a light worker for a lot of you, feeling yourself just sort of float through this chapter, feeling like the majority of you have felt this sort of heavy feeling over you or within you, feeling very weighed down in a lot of ways previous to this new beginning. Allow yourself to leave that behind because you won't even have a choice. It's just going to happen. You're going to feel like things just align for you, like you are a pillar of light and guidance for other people. You become a true example, even if you don't mean to be. Okay? Because at the end of the day, it just feels like you're going to have a lot coming towards you, a lot of people wanting to socialize with you, get together with you, see what you're up to. Just feeling like even your social media presence is just outstanding, different, and it helps people understand you don't have to stay the same, or it reminds them of that, right? You're going to find that this King of Pentacles, if it was your new love connection, is just very attracted, very drawn to your energy. It's just an energy kind of connection. For some of you, they're more at a distance, but it just feels like you no longer, as you make your way through this beautiful chapter of your life, will long for more, even if there's still more to achieve, even if there's different situations, energies you look to acquire or attract. You'll be so damn satisfied in the moment, and it will just be this level of gratitude that helps you manifest and attract more and more and more. And it just feels like it's a true beginning to your life that you've needed for a while. With the Two of Cups, it's a life-changing connection that takes a center focus moving forward. Feels like in the middle of this chapter, especially, where you guys just are so damn connected that your worlds intertwine, but not too much. You bring each other a level of happiness. You show each other how to love another individual, how to attract another individual, and still keep that level of independence in a beautiful way. Feels like very much a power couple for one reason or another. I'm going to pull two more before we wrap this up. What a beautiful reading. Yeah, you're going to find that you think a lot back to other chapters of your life. And it feels like at a certain point, different for every single one of you drawn to this reading, you're going to realize at a certain point that you haven't experienced this much amazing energy, successes, this sort of light feeling up until now. You're going to find that for some of you, your spiritual connection does get heightened or increased throughout this chapter of your life. And that's part of why you're seeing so much success. It could be a little bit difficult to adjust to at first, but I feel like you're also going to think back to your childhood, especially when this achievement does come in or begins to progress. You'll find that a lot is put to rest in certain ways throughout this chapter of your life because you're going to recognize it or remember certain energies no longer have a place in your life, or you don't resonate with them anymore. Or you just, again, for some of you, a job will come to an end. Or you'll find that certain habits, so even certain outfits that you used to like, certain tastes, you might even find you change up your eating style or your eating habits. A lot is going to change about you as an individual, even if you feel like you've changed up until the beginning of this chapter. Again, just remember, as your passion and your motivation comes back to be, and you meet this individual or reconnect with this individual throughout this chapter, it is going to be the best damn chapter of your life, Gemini. Wow. So I hope this reading was truly helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. If you're looking to book a personal reading with myself, the information is down below. Just shoot me an email and I'll get that started for you. I am wishing you nothing but the best, sending you so much love and light, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Gemini.